Hello, I'm Louise. This is lesson 42 of Year 2 Phonics. Okay, we are going to look at our WR words again today, and we're going to build them out with some multisyllabic words. But first, you know we have to start with that warm-up of our phonological awareness. So here we go. You know at home, if you pop these on sticky notes, you could actually do this at home after we finish today as well and make up your own words. You could even have some nonsense words in there. First word today is grand. Tap and say g-r-a-n-d. Grand. Let's pull them down. You say as I pull them down. Blend and read. Grand. Okay, we are going to change grand to gland. Glands are things that you have, they're a body part. They're an organ. Gland. What do you need to swap out? Can you do it quickly? What do I need to put in? Blend and read the word. Gland. Okay, we're going to change gland to bland. Bland is a word that most people use to describe my cooking. No, my cooking is excellent. Bland is when something doesn't have much flavour. So what do I need here? Bland. Read the word, please. Bland. Okay, let's switch out our vowel. Bland to blend. What needs to change? There's only one vowel in there, so did that happen quickly for you? Out goes that vowel. In comes the e. Read the word. Blend. Excellent. Phonological awareness all warmed up. Time for our grapheme deck. Let's go. You say it with me, remember? As soon as you see it, let's do it together. If it has two phonemes, say them in the order that we learnt them. You ready? A, E. S. S. Oi. E, E, A. I. I, E, I. V. O, ow. G, J. Z. K, S. A. I. A. Sh. Excellent. Grapheme deck done. Ready for those definitions now. Okay, definitions. A phoneme. A phoneme is a single sound in a word. Grapheme. A grapheme is a letter or a group of letters that join together to represent a sound. Let's do trigraph. Trigraph is three letters that join together to represent one sound. Tri, remember that quad? Quadgraph is four letters that represent a single sound. Excellent. A syllable. Oh, I nearly forgot. Syllable. A syllable is a beat in a word and it must have that vowel sound in it. Excellent. All right. Come to our learning intention for today. Do you remember what the first part was? It was that, let's do that skywriting of the W-R. So we're going to have W-R-R. And we're going to use that grapheme to read and write words today. Excellent. Let's get started. Before we go into our words to read today, I do want to recap. So the first grapheme that we learned for we have the single Yesterday, we learnt WR. Now, you might be thinking, Louise, I know another one. Well, we better talk about that one because it is in our words today, but we don't have a grapheme card for it, but you will see it occur in lots of words. I know at home you're going, I know what it is. It's the double letter spelling of Can you repeat these words for me? Hurry, carry, cherry, lorry. Can you hear the phoneme? Now, let's just take a couple of those words. Let's start with carry. K-A-R-E. It has the double letter spelling of the phoneme. Now, why do we have that there? We have it there so it doesn't look like an R-controlled spelling. Because if this was an R-controlled spelling here, this would be carry. That's not the word. The word is carry. Let's take the word cherry. Ch-e-r-e. Now, what would happen if I didn't have that double R there? It would look like it was an R controlled, and this would be cherry. Not the word, is it? The word is cherry. So we double this consonant to keep this vowel sound short. So we'll be reading and writing words with the double R spelling in there today, as well as our single our double letter letter R, and then also our WR spelling for the phoneme You'll notice today, because it's our second day, that they are not colour-coded, so we still are going to do the first line with our decoding and tapping and saying, then we will just read the words together. Okay, so let's start with our first one. Wrapped. I made my p a bit loud, but at home, yours will be soft. Now, compound word again. Let's do the first part. Wrist, wrist, and band, wristband. Writing. Wrenches. Okay, let's just read through those words just on the top line together. Ready? Wrapped, wristband, writing, wrenches. Second row. Let's not tap the phonemes this time. Let's sound them out in a big blend together, like a long blend. You ready? Refreshed. Word? Refreshed. Long blending. Wrecking. Wrecking. Right. Right. Wrinkle. Excellent. Let's read this last row together. Hurry. Ringer. Wriggling. Wheelbarrow. Wheelbarrow. Excellent. I will read through these words. You listen and follow along and read with me this time. All three rows. Wrapped, wristband, writing, wrenches, refreshed, wrecking, right, wrinkle, hurry, ringer, wriggling, wheelbarrow. I'd like you to have a go on your own now. So pause the video and read through a couple of times. Pause. So we've done our decoding. We've read a couple of times for fluency. Let's check that vocab here. Lots of these words are pretty common, so you mostly will know the meaning of them. Let's come over here. Write. This is different from the right we had yesterday. This is the right, as in a direction or correct. Okay, wrenches. Now, yesterday I touched on wrench, which it means it's a tool that is used to twist something. So we know it has the suffix es, so there's more than one. What else do we have here? We have something, can you find a word in the second row that has a prefix meaning again? Re means again, refreshed. Okay, can you think of a word that is a simile for scribing? Not a simile, a synonym. Oh, I needed my Weet-Bix this morning. Which word is a synonym for scribing? Did I give it away with the action? Row 1, writing. If you're scribing for someone, you're writing for someone. Last one for today. Oh, can you see a compound word here? Can you see 2 compound words? Wheelbarrow, wheelbarrow, wristband, wristband. Excellent. Words to read. What comes next? Words to write. Let's get ready. I'm going to pop this up. Now, you'll notice in our words today, of course, we do have these 3 graphemes across the top to help us. So we have W-R, we have single letter R for and we have double R for So when we're thinking through these words, you need to pay attention. And if it's a word with the at the start and it involves some kind of twisting or bending or distorting, which one's it going to be? This one. Okay, so, I'll try and stand up straight and not fall over. Our first word today is wrecking. Wrecking. Tap and say, wrecking. Have you got your pencil and paper ready? Write with me. Let's do it together. Let me hear you. Wrecking. So if I was wrecking this piece of paper, I would twist and bend and turn it all up and distort it. So I've used the WR. Write the whole word. Say with me as we go. Wrecking. Wrecking. Next word. Our next word is right. Now, this is a direction which is the opposite to left. Left, right. It's a direction. It can also mean correct. Am I going to use this? No. Here. Let's go. Right. I, t. And this is the I as in light. Right. I'll give you a chance to try and fix that up if you need to. Now let's write the whole word together. Let's go. Right. I, t. Right. Very good. Next word, hurry. Repeat it. Hurry. Now I'm not saying hurry. I'm saying hurry. Need to keep that vowel short. What do I do if I need to keep that vowel short? This one. Ready? Let's go. E. Word is hurry. Please write. E. Hurry. Excellent. Last word for today. Compound word. Wristband. Tap and say wristband. You ready? Write with me. Wrist. Second part. Band, word is wristband. Please write. Wristband. Word is wristband. Excellent. We are coming to the end of the lesson already. So we need to review our learning today. So today we used the grapheme WR to read and write words. We also used single letter R, as in rabbit. We also know that we need a double letter R sometimes in words. Excellent. Before we go, we need to have our independent task. Our independent task today is a word sort. So on your screen now, you will see the instructions for today's activity. So in the word sort, just like we did in our words to read, you will put your finger underneath the grapheme pattern. You will tap and say the phonemes in the word, read the word, and then when you've identified which spelling it is, you will place the word in the correct column. Have a great time with your word sort today, and I'll see you next time.